Azerbaijan is one of the oldest spots of civilization with a rich and ancient history. It is a country where Eastern colors combine magnificently with Western progress. A rich cultural heritage has been created on this territory of unique nature, unmatched culture, and centuries of history with its own customs, traditions, and fine cuisine over a span of many millenniums. İçerişehir, so-called walled or old city of Baku, is the historical center of ancient Baku. As the historical and architectural pearl of Azerbaijan, this magnificent site was built as an amphitheater on a 22-hectare territory, is now an open-sky museum. This unique historic ensemble, also called the Acropolis of Baku, was built upon a hill and surrounded by fortress walls. After becoming the capital city of the medieval Shirvanshah state of Azerbaijan in the 12th century, it has become an important trading center along the Silk Road. The splendor of the walled city of Baku is that it reflects the mixture of its unique architectural monuments and the spatial urban planning with original street views. This is still a living, vibrant city with residential areas housing local communities. İçerişehir has retained the homogeneity of its architecture and urban pattern because of its exclusion from Baku's dynamic urban development in the 19th and 20th centuries. This phenomenon is rare among historic cores in modern cities. Considering that this medieval city represents an outstanding and rare example of historic urban ensemble and architecture, it was inscribed by UNESCO on the World Heritage List in 2000. In 2008, Conservation Master Plan of the Old City was developed in accordance with the World Heritage Committee recommendations, reviewed by all stakeholders, formally approved and integrated with the Area Management Plan, and adopted in the urban planning system of the city of Baku. Historical monuments, narrow alleys, dozens of mosques, a handful of old caravansarais, bathhouses, and plenty of quirky, overhanging balconies are the remarkable attractions that one explores in the old city. The most magnificent and mysterious landmark in the old city of Baku is naturally the Maiden Tower, the symbol of Baku. It is a unique structure with majestic thick walls built on a rocky promontory overlooking the Caspian Sea. The conservation of the tower was carried out in the 2012 to 2013 in accordance with the Conservation Master Plan by foreign and local experts. Now the Maiden Tower houses a museum which presents the story of historic evolution of Baku. The medieval residence of the Shirvan rulers, the Shirvanshah's Palace, is another attraction of the old city inscribed in the UNESCO's World Heritage List. As an ensemble with its historic and architectural characteristics, it is one of the unique patterns of the medieval architecture of İçerişehir. In 2012 to 2014, the conservation works were carried out in the complex, which included the conservation of the domes, flat roofs, and portals, as well as the valuable Arabic inscriptions and rich ornamentation made of Absheron shell limestone. The old city of Baku is home to many mosques, which add a lot to the landscape of the city. This ancient city has always been a source of spiritual culture as a result of the substitution of different religions and lifestyles since ancient times. The oldest in Baku is the Muhammad Mosque, finished in 1079, with a minaret having a typical stalactite-vaulted parapet support and is encircled by Kufic Quranic quotations. The Muhammad Mosque is one of the most important architectural patterns of the Islamic period. Another mosque, the Beyler Mosque, crowned with a perfect minaret, was built in the late 19th century, combining the construction principles of the European, Eastern, and local architecture, and has successfully fitted into the curvy linear planning of the street. Azerbaijan was an important thoroughfare on the Silk Road, the ancient web of trade routes linking east and west. Merchants and traders met in Kervansaray, which were built as guest houses. They are inseparable elements of İçeri Şehir. The Old City is also home to numerous permanent and temporary expositions which offer many wonders. The permanent exhibitions in the Maiden Tower and Palace of Şirvanşah address a very wide audience, including local and international visitors. They create an opportunity for visitors to discover a wide range of information on history of the monuments, their functions, and legends around. The House of Photography, recently opened in the Old City, has become a hotspot for creative people, professionals, amateurs, citizens, and guests of the city. The House Museum of Tahir Salahov, an outstanding Azerbaijani artist, painter and portraitist, and a bright representative of the modern Azerbaijani school of painting. İçeri Şehir is still a living, vibrant city with residential areas housing local communities. It has been the center of the traditional arts and crafts which have formed the rich cultural heritage of Azerbaijan, coming from the 1,000 years of history. One can explore the marvelous and extraordinary traditional Azerbaijani handicraft products produced by the Center of Traditional Arts for the purpose of regenerating traditional crafts. The Dastan brand, presented by the Center in 2016, currently encompasses 3 collections: Şirvanşah, Qarabağ, and Shaki, in the following 4 traditional crafts: silver jewelry, batik, ceramics in wood, decorative painting. With gorgeous narrow streets, cute cafes and restaurants lining the ancient cobblestone streets, the Old City offers its charm to those who wish to taste rich local cuisine in a historical atmosphere. Plenty of various cultural events, such as festivals, are held in the Old City throughout a year. Novruz Festival, held during Novruz holiday from March 20 to 26, is the most cheerful and long-awaited holiday of Azerbaijan to welcome the spring season. It is a wonderful opportunity to take another look at decorated streets and squares and indulge at the cuisine sales points selling delicious food, sweets and fruits. İçeri Şehir, a unique historical ensemble right in the center of Baku, offers many historical attractions surrounded by a fortress wall. This medieval oriental citadel, where you can come across the culture of hospitality inherent in Azerbaijani people, will amaze, inspire, educate, and enlighten you at every turn. These are just a few of the highlights that will make your impressions and experience. Explore the Old City of Baku and feel the magic that will change your life.